Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm doing a tutorial for you using my new box set here. This is the Lorac Sweet Temptations box set, and I decided to use the natural eyeshadow palette. It is the Satisfying Toffee Crunch. Here are the colors. They're beautiful. I love it. So if you guys are interested in seeing an everyday wearable type look using these Lorac shadows, keep watching. It's coming right up. I forgot that I didn't turn the camera on and I'm like talking and doing my thing. So I'll tell you what I started with. I used a little bit of my Garnier BB cream, which I've not used in quite a while. This is one that Gemma sent me quite some time ago. The packaging is different for the Garnier BB cream that's sold in the States, but it's the same thing. Over that, I used a little bit of my powder foundation from Stila, and my good friend Gypsy sent this to me, so I used that over the top. For my eyebrows, I used a little bit of my e.l.f. eyebrow kit. This is what it looks like. The color is in medium. For my eyelids, I used some of my e.l.f. all over cover stick. This is what it looks like. This is kind of like a This is kind of like a dupe for Soft Ochre Paint Pot. For those of you that were wondering, or if you can't get your hands on MAC, or if it's out of your budget, the all-over cover stick, it looks very similar. What I'm going to do now in my outer corner is, and I've already started, I'm using a little bit of my NYX eyeshadow in Rust. This is the jumbo eyeshadow pencil. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking this brush here, this is a synthetic brush, and I'm going over the tip like so. And I'm just placing some of this in my outer corner. You don't have to do this, but as you guys can tell from my videos, I really like using colored bases because it really does bring out your eyeshadow more. It makes it pop a little bit more. So all I'm doing is just smoothing out the pencil just in this outer corner. If you want to, you can kind of start applying the pencil to your eye or your lid like this. Or if you're not very good at that, or you're not comfortable doing it that way, you can just use your little brush, go right over the tip like this, and apply it directly to your lid. For those of you that have been with me for a long time, you know that I went a little bit nuts trying to find a dupe for Artifact Paint Pot from MAC. I really wanted that paint pot, but I missed out on it. So I did my best to try to find a dupe, and I found Rust from NYX. And it's funny because since I bought this, like, I never went on anybody else's YouTube channels to kind of find a dupe for this. I just went out on my own, and then it was funny because I came across a video where somebody wanted a dupe for Artifact and they suggested Rust. So from what I understand, it's very similar. Don't get me wrong though, if I could get my hands on Artifact, I would get it in a second. I wish that MAC would come out with another color like Artifact, or re-release Artifact, because I would be all over it. I'm going to take some of that along my lower lash line as well. You hear that noise? It's the Chihuahua. Okay, so for today's look, I'm going to use this little palette here. This is from the Lorac Sweet Temptations box set. Everything looks like a chocolate bar. And from the video that I did, the haul video, I had so many people tell me that I should keep it and basically just shut up, be grateful, say thank you, and keep it. Because when I did talk to my son about it again, I could see in his face that it hurt his feelings a little bit, that I wanted him to take it back. So I'm just gracefully accepting the gift. And thank you guys so much for your opinions. I really do appreciate it very much. It was very helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, where's my brush? I'm going to use a flat eyeshadow brush like this, and I'm going to start with this color here. Now they don't have names, the colors don't have names, so this is that one there, next to the lighter. I'm going to put this all over my lid. I'll zoom in for you guys. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, if you need to blend out that NYX pencil, you know, like the edges, I usually use a synthetic brush. This is a Real Techniques, I don't know what this is. I think this is a, I don't know, just the eyeshadow brush, base shadow brush. But if you need to blend out like your edges, do that before you put your eyeshadow on. But I just usually use a synthetic brush for that. Okay, the next color that we are going to use from the palette is this one here. Here's what this one looks like. Whoops, I just dug my brush into that. Okay, I'm going to use this little brush here. This is just a Target brush. I believe this is a smudge brush, but I like the size of it. For those of you that like, you know, kind of like me, I like to have a lot of control over my eyeshadow and where it's going. I've never really been one of those kind of people where I would just take a big fluffy brush and just apply everything and start blending away. I like to have a little more precision when it comes to putting my eyeshadow on. So using little brushes like this to apply your eyeshadow, for those of you that are like me, it's a very good idea, because you do have a lot of control over where your eyeshadow is going. And I'm just applying some of this along the lower lash line. Okay, I'm going to use my Japanesque brush here. It is the number 232. This is what it looks like. This is a tapered crease brush, but I like to use it to blend out my color. And I do usually, right in the center of my lid, I will kind of blur this line so that it looks smooth, a nice smooth transition. I'm going to go ahead and blend down here also. So we're going to darken that up just a little bit, and we're going to use, I would never suggest blowing on your eyeshadows, because at one point you're going to end up spitting on them. It's never a good idea. I find myself doing it once in a while. I try not to do it, but it happens. Try not to do it, because you spit on them, it's never good. So we're going to use this darker color here. This is what it looks like. And I really, really, really like it. And we're going to use this brush. This is a MAC 222. And I'm just going to tap it in. And I'm just going to tap the color in right here on my lid on this outer corner. And the reason I'm tapping it in is, number one, because I don't want a lot of fall down. Number two, I want to darken it up just slightly. I don't really want to change the lid color too much, but I want to kind of enhance it and make it a little bit darker in this outer corner. So I'm just bouncing the color in like this. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take this lighter color here, and I'm going to apply that to my inner corner. And I'm just going to use this brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. Just going to put that right in here. I'm going to take that onto my brow bone as well. What I'm going to do now is go back into that lid color, and I'm going to use this brush here. It's a little smudge brush, and this is also from Sonia Kashuk. And I'm going to take that from the inner corner and meet it up with that reddish color. Okay, I'm going to go into my MAC palette here. I'm going to take a little bit of this color here. It is called Malt, and I use this quite a bit. This is what it looks like. This is kind of what I use for, this is what I use for my transition color, because I really don't like it when colors just end on my eyelid. I like it to be smooth and transition well. So I'm just going to take that Sonia Kashuk brush and a little bit of Malt, and I'm going to go right in here into my deep crease and just go back and forth with that color. Okay, I'm going to do something a little bit different today. You guys know I rarely use eyeliner. I'm not a big fan of eyeliner, but what I really want to do is kind of darken up this outer V area. So I'm going to smudge a little bit of a brown eyeliner just in the outer corner on the upper and lower lash line. I'm going to use this one from Urban Decay. It is Whiskey. It's a 24/7 liner, and this was in my Naked palette. I've had my Naked palette for a long time when they used to give out the eyeliner. So I'm going to go ahead and just smudge this into my upper lash line here, very close to the base of my lashes. Just really wiggle it into my lashes here, and then along the lower lash line as well. And what I'm doing is just really pushing it in between my lashes. And I'm going to put it on my waterline also. I'm going to put it on the waterline corner to corner, but just wiggle it into in between my lashes at the outer corner here. And then also up on the waterline, the upper waterline I should say. And then what I'm going to do is take a really small brush like this, and I'm just going to smudge it. And then smudge it along the lower lash line also. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and use a black mascara. Okay, for my concealer, I'm going to use a little bit of my Bourjois Healthy Mix concealer, and I'm going to put that on with, and when you use this stuff, you don't need a lot. I always end up putting way too much on the back of my hand, and it's just such a waste. I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush here to put this on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and powder, and I'm going to use a little bit of my Estee Lauder loose powder here and put that on with my Real Techniques setting brush. Just going to go ahead and powder all over. I'm going to use this extremely large powder brush. This is also from Real Techniques. I'm going to use some of my Milani blush here. This is Rose d'Oro. And this is a color that I like to use a lot in the fall and winter. I think it's real pretty. I'm going to use it on this Sue Moxley angle brush. I just go kind of light with this though because it's really pigmented. It doesn't take a lot. For my lips, I'm going to use a little bit of this Ulta lip liner, and it is called Spice. This is what it looks like. I'm just smoothing my lip liner out with a little lip brush. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of my Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in Creme Brulee. Creme Brulee. Brulee. This is what it looks like. Hi, Chihuahua. Here's a little trick for those of you that have maybe difficulty evening your lip liner out, or whatever the case may be. You can take a synthetic brush and a little bit of a concealer, and I would suggest a solid concealer. Like I have this one, I have this one from Laura Mercier. You can use the all over cover stick from e.l.f. and basically you just put a little bit on your brush and you can run it along your lip lines, just kind of clean up or give yourself a nice clean line. Just make sure though, if you're going to do this, you blend the concealer down so that you can't see it. Okay guys, so that's it for today's look. I hope that you like it. I think this is a very nice wearable look. It's pretty easy to do. This is an awesome box set. I really am glad that I decided to keep it. I think it's amazing. So if it's in your budget, I would definitely check this out because I highly recommend it. I think it's awesome. I wanted to show you guys my nails very quickly. I'm very much into like the browns and like the mauve browns and red browns. I'm on this brown kick lately. So the main color on my nails is this one here from OPI. It is called Espresso Your Style. And I bought this. And then Sarah was like, I have that color. So I took it back. She let me borrow it. So that's what is on my nail here. I just have some little rhinestones there in the center. Some teardrop type rhinestones, shaped rhinestones. And then for the glitter on this finger, this is awesome. I've been eyeballing this for a while. This is called Disco Dolls. This is from Nicole by OPI. And that is what is on this finger. And I just think it's beautiful. I like this gold because I have 2 other gold glitter polishes, but this one has different colored glitters running throughout it. So there's green, there's pink, there is like a silver, and what else? Blue, I believe. Is there blue? Or well, the green sometimes looks greenish blue, but I think it's awesome. And I really like it. I think it goes very well with the brown. So that is what I'm wearing on my nails for today. So here's my haircut. I'm still having some difficulty trying to figure out how to like style it, but the lady told me that I could go back if I want and show me how to style it and everything, because I like wearing it. I like wearing it up, definitely. I wore it flat yesterday and the day before, and I really liked it like that too, but I'm just partial to my hair being up. I don't know. Alright, so that's it. I am done rambling. Again, awesome palette, or awesome box set. If you can get your hands on it, I recommend it. Keep a watch out for future tutorials using these Lorac shadows. And that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.